as Eric just said, we do have some news that we would like to share about the Dead by Daylight movie. Now, who better to help me out with that than the folks that have been working behind the scenes, bringing this incredible project to life. First up, help me welcome Dead by Daylight's own Stephen Maroney. He's the Chief Product Officer at Behaviour. He is also a producer on the movie and someone who's been part of the Dead by Daylight family since the very beginning. One of the key voices helping the team capture the spirit, the tone, and the authenticity of our game. Joining him is one of the biggest names in the modern horror and the producer of the Dead by Daylight movie, Jason Blum.
This is amazing. Thank you very much. That's so nice of you guys. My day got so much better. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to join us. So, Stephen, we announced the movie a while back, but we haven't really discussed any of the details too much publicly. Can you kick things off by reminding people where we're at with this?
Absolutely. On the production side, as you know, we're lucky enough to have teamed up with Jason Blum and James Wan from Blumhouse Atomic Monster. We have a script in place, penned by Alexandre Aja and David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick. Aja is the filmmaker behind Haute Tension and Crawl, and David Leslie wrote The Conjuring 2 and The Conjuring Last Rites, making him a longtime collaborator. A longtime collaborator of James Wan's. We could not be more excited by the story they've crafted for us.
Now, we are obviously, oh yeah, okay, I'll let you take a picture, it's worth it.
All right, I love it.
I did the same thing this morning.
Okay.
So, let me begin by asking you, why Dead by Daylight? What interested you in this project?
Well, thank you for asking me. Thank you for having me here. We have built a company with Blumhouse and Atomic Monster off of various pieces of intellectual property that the fans are crazy about. We did Five Nights at Freddy's. We've done and a lot more. I'm not going to sit here and list my credits, but what I will say is it's really, really fun and a really great challenge to work on something that people are so passionate about and so emotional about and so sensitive about. And we've had great we're really partnering 100% or 50-50, whatever you want to call it, with Behaviour, so that we make a movie that is for the fans. And if anyone else happens to like it, that's fine, but we're not making it for them. We're making it for you guys. And so you're gonna really help us as we go along, not make any mistakes, and we hope this is one of many, many more to come. And we're really pleased that Behaviour has not trusted us because, like I said, we're doing it together, but enlisted us to work with them to make a movie you're gonna love. Not to go too much, not to give you too long an answer here, but I think where Hollywood has really made a mistake is coming into projects like this and saying, oh, you know your game, but we know the movies. And we took the opposite approach with Scott Cawthon and Five Nights at Freddy's, which is like, you know Freddy's, and we're gonna help you realize what you think the perfect movie would be. And that's the approach we're taking here. It's a very deferential approach because what you guys feel so passionate about, we want you to feel that way about the movie, and the only way we'll be able to do that is to work closely with our friends at Behaviour. So we can't wait to get going.
Awesome.
And we're sorry it's taken a little longer than we thought, but things are going to speed up right about now.
Yeah. Now, I have to ask.
Oh! Now I'm supposed to ask you.
Oh.
Now, this is a setup question. I'm
Yes.
being set up. Now, why did you think Blumhouse Atomic Monster was the right home?
So I will list some more of your movies then, since you didn't want to do it earlier.
Fantastic.
So from Paranormal Activity to Saw and Insidious. Your track record is one with real staying power, which is exactly what we wanted from the studio that's adapting our game. With Five Nights at Freddy's, you took a beloved game and turned it into a cultural horror event for the entire world. For Dead by Daylight partner, that's the credential that matters the most. And you didn't rest on that track record at all. This year alone, Blumhouse Atomic Monster put two of the biggest horror films of the year into theaters at the same time, with Backrooms and Obsession.
Yes!
There is simply no other studio I'd want to be working with on this film.
Now, a few moments ago, we said we had an update for everyone. So, would you like to share some news?
We do indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we finally have a director for Dead by Daylight.
So we're really happy to be partnering with this filmmaker. Our game is one that's rooted deeply in atmosphere. And it was our goal to find someone with a distinct visual style who's also a master at conveying the dread and tension you'd feel when you're playing Dead by Daylight. Here's a quick peek at some of his work.
Now, that was a clip from the fantastic horror film The Damned. We are thrilled to have its director and the future director of the Dead by Daylight movie also here with us today. Help me welcome Torger Paulson to the stage. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, everyone here, we have had our own experiences with Dead by Daylight. I would like to start by asking you about yours.
Well, I first discovered Dead by Daylight during the pandemic. My flatmate at the time was playing the game constantly, and I would find myself walking by and get sucked into the game he was playing. And it's interesting because at the time I wasn't playing it, but I could just feel that this dread coming from the screen, and I'd get sucked in. And there's just something about that feeling. And he would constantly drag me back in, and I'd play it and play it. And what struck me about the game was how cinematic it was. And I was constantly waiting for something horrible to happen. And as a filmmaker, that really connected with me. And there's just something about the way that the game creates dread. It's very unique, and that's what drew me in initially.
Thank you. Now, Stephen and Jason, I would like, bringing Dead by Daylight to the big screen is not going to be a small task, obviously. And when we started looking for a director, what was important to you? What were you looking for?
Well, it was really a process we went through together, and there were a lot of candidates who wanted to direct this movie. And I think both of us were really looking for someone whose work shared the same DNA as Dead by Daylight, and both of us really felt that in The Damned, even though they have nothing to do with one another, there's a shared DNA and a shared feeling, that shared sense of dread that we both want to see in the movie. And so we picked our fearless leader.
So for me, it started with the haunting beauty of The Damned. Every frame in the movie feels cold and inevitable. It's exactly the kind of atmosphere we live inside Dead by Daylight. But what sealed the deal for me, honestly, was talking to Thordor directly. He had a deep insight into the script that we had, as well as the game too. He genuinely knew the material. He didn't just show up with a surface level pitch, he put in the work, and that's what told me that he was the right person to lead this.
Now, Torger, I know it's still early days, but can you give us a little inkling of what this world will look like through your lens?
Well, for me, the main thing is capturing the feeling of playing Dead by Daylight. The main thing is I want to capture the feeling of looking over your shoulder. I want to capture the dread, the tension, the fear of what's waiting for you in the fog. I love horror that stays with you after it's over. And that's the cinematic experience that we want to bring to the big screen for you guys.
I think I speak for everyone here when I say that we cannot wait to see what you'll put on the screen for us. Now, the last question, of course, everybody wants to know the story details. We're, of course, not quite ready to pull back the curtain, but is there something we can share?
Without giving too much away, what I can tell you is the film will take fans to some of the most iconic places in our world. Places like the Macmillan Estate and Greenville. And you can look forward to seeing some of your favorite faces in the fog. Recent fan favorites and original characters that started it all. We'll, of course, have more to share with you in the future, but for now, we plan for the Dead by Daylight movie to start shooting in 2027.
Until then, thank you so very much for all three of you for joining me here and for joining everyone to share some of this. And thank you for coming to celebrate with us.